again, it's man here at Mr. Dog Poop Studios. We're gonna talk about cables, crimps, and the tools to do the job. Mistake people make is they solder the cables. These are not made to be soldered. And you'll see on this cable, they heated it up, they burned it, and you see all the space. These aren't even the right size for the cable. This is huge, huge amount of space in here. What's the problem with soldering cables? It's a good connection, right? Except it's a power cable. It gets heated up and then it melts. Yes, they melt. So if this gets heated up and it melts, comes out, imagine if you're trying to start your car and this is hooked up to it and it melts, comes out, and now you've got a live wire hitting other metal things, your car's on fire. Do not solder these connectors. We are going to replace these with crimps, and I'll show you how that works. So we've got some 2-aught. That's a huge connector. You see these connectors over here. We've got 2-aught, 1-aught. These are 6 and 8 gauge. So we're going to talk about the different tools that are available and how you do it. You need a good set of cutters. Got these on Amazon for about 20 bucks, and they cut through anything. You always want to have a nice clean cut on the end. You'll see this wire is corroded. It's old and discolored, and it's not going to be great for a connection. So we're going to just cut a little bit off. And now you can see how nice and clean that is. And it's going to be better for our connection than using that old cruddy wire. I cut it a little bit long because this is just scrap wire. And I didn't want a bunch of these little wires all over Mr. Dog Poop's desk. I'm sure there are stripping tools for this, but I just use a razor blade, and that's probably why I have a Band-Aid on my thumb, because I do this. Now, if we look at our connector, we can push that wire into about there. So I'm going to go ahead and strip it at that point. Cut around it, cut across, and then that should come right off. Now, this is stranded cable. We use this for welding and battery cables. And you want to make sure you get that all of those cables in. Just be really careful. And you'll see it goes in almost to the end. Option number 1 is a tool I got on Amazon for, I think, $13. And you can put this in and then hit it with a hammer. Pretty simple. I'm not going to hit it on the desk, but we are going to take it outside and do it with some of them. Option number 2 is this Amazon crimper, set up for different sizes. It's a hand crimp. I'm going to show on the smaller cables because these are like $2, $3 a piece, so I don't want to use 100 of them, plus I only have that piece of cable, so we're going to run out. This is my favorite, and I just learned about this tool. This was $135, I believe, on Amazon. It is the best tool for crimping these large cables. It has numbers on here which are in millimeters, and it's adjustable so that you can set it up, and then it's just hand actuated. Now, all we have to do is put this in here and then push it in with this. Everyone that I've seen is using something like this, and they put the cable in and they smash the top. I don't know why, because if you're going to attach it, you're going to have your crimp in the top, and it's going to be ugly. So I like to crimp from the bottom. Same thing, just put it in upside down and hit it with a hammer. In this case, we're going to do it this way. We're going to put this in. If the cable's coming out, you're going to miss it when you crimp it. So this piece comes in, that's where we're going to crimp. If we pull this cable out, it's not going to crimp it in the right place. So again, I'm using this tool. I'm putting the crimp on the bottom. I've got it set up that way. This is a 2/0, and I'm just going to crush it down. A lot harder to do sitting down than it is standing up. So there's our crimp. You can see it crimped in the bottom. If you wanted it to go all the way down, then I would have had to open it up a little bit. It works either way. It doesn't have to go all the way. And you can see from the top, when we put it on a bolt, bolt it to something, it's going to look good in comparison to having that crimp on the top, which would look ugly. If it doesn't matter, do a sloppy job. That's how easy it is to use that tool. Let's do some, this is 6 gauge wire. Cut it flat. And these wire connectors come different sizes, and the holes come in different sizes. So this one happens to be 5/16 hole. You can get them 3/8 holes, you can get them different size holes. And you'll see here, it's a bigger hole, a smaller hole. Again, soldered, not a good idea. Sizing, just put it up here. We can see that we want to go to about there to strip it. Just cut around it, be careful. Using a razor blade. Let's see that comes off. You can put this in, and then we need to crimp it. So this time we're going to use this, and this comes in, I can't read these because we have no fucking light over here because my video guy wants to shoot in the dark. So these are set different sizes for different size wires. I think there's 4 or 5 different settings. You just push this in, spin it, and then they lock in place. And this, we just use and crimp it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. And that didn't crimp anything. So I need smaller. It would be helpful if I could read the numbers on it, but video guy wants to shoot in complete darkness. Oh, thanks. And we're gonna go ahead and crimp that. That successfully crimped that wire on. You see how it squashed it. That's all we're really doing. Could you do it with a hammer? No, because a hammer flattens it out. It might hold, but it's not going to be as strong as using a crimping tool. But you can see the difference in the look from that crimping tool compared to this one. So this obviously is a much cleaner, nicer crimp than this one. And we can do this tool can also do that. I've been doing this for over 40 years, so I'm used to using a razor blade to strip these wires. There are stripping tools. You have to be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, don't use a razor blade because you probably cut your hand open. Let me get another crimp. And these crimps come with shrink wrap that you can put on here, put on, and then bring over the crimp and shrink it. We're not going to do that in this case. I was a little bit long, so you can see a little bit there. I can just cut it off. And that way we can get it on a little bit closer. Or we could use something like this and shrink wrap it to make it look really nice and prevents this area from being exposed. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. Again, I do like to go from the bottom. So I'm going to stick this in, line up my crimp. And you can see the difference in those two crimps. The crimps from this $135 tool are really nice and clean, while the cheap crimping tool just kind of makes a mess out of it. Now we can do the same thing with this tool, and we will. almost knocked over the beer. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Again, I'm gonna use the bottom, and then I'm going to take it outside on the sidewalk and smash it. That tool is only $13 from Amazon, and it basically does the same thing. If we look at $20 crimping tool, $13 hammer tool, and the $135 hand tool. So I don't recommend this tool at all. They're all over the internet, they're all over Amazon, they're all over eBay. I don't know why they're not good. This one is decent. It's easy, it's simple. You do have to have something to smash it on. Why would anybody solder these wires when it's so easy to crimp it? And the crimp will hold. No matter how hot the wire gets, the crimp will hold. If the wire gets hot with solder in it, the solder melts, comes apart, and starts a fire. You want to use solder, you use solder on light wires, electronics. You don't use it on 4-gauge power cables or giant welding cables. That solder is going to come out. If you're doing a lot of these, this is a tool to get. They're typically $200 to $250. This was one that was on Amazon for $135. I never used one before. I really like it. It is super easy to use. Gives you beautiful clean crimps, professional crimps on huge cables. And we do a lot of battery cables. We don't do typically a lot of this kind of wiring unless we were just using it on our generator, but you're not typically using crimps in house wiring, and that's what this is. If you need to create custom battery cables, if you need to create welding cables, if you need big lugs, you can get 3/0, 4/0 giant cables. This tool will do it, this tool will do it, this tool will do it just as well for $13. I'm not endorsing any of these tools, I'm showing you the difference and telling you that this one is now my favorite. Maintenance man here at Mr. Dog Poop Studios, teaching you how to build bombs to make sure when they cut the red wire, it explodes.
It's a completely different video, let's roll with it.
Wait, oh, that wasn't the video we were doing today?